Do you ever wonder what you can find dumpster diving? Well, pretty much anything. I mean, we found so much stuff, but this is the first time we ever found any Nicorette, like chewing gum or candies or anything like that. So that is a first for us, but yeah, there's always stuff to be found dumpster diving, so let us know your favorite finds if you do dumpster dive, or if you're just interested, let us know in the comments as well, because we have found some amazing things, like brand new stuff constantly. Mainly we go to retail stores. We also go to apartment dumpster diving, as well, but that's on our Scrapping Revolt channel. But here you can see, like, there's a monitor. A curved gaming monitor, which I'm using right now. So it works, and it works very well. And that's something that was thrown out that we were able to save. And if you are subscribed to our Scrapping Revolt channel, you will recognize that clip. But we just wanted to show it on here as well, because that's something that we are using. And Mr. Volt found many, many monitors, so it's something that's always being thrown out as well. And here's a little glimpse of a retail dumpster for anyone that's new out there. And this place has been breaking a lot more stuff than they used to, so that's unfortunate. But there's still plenty of stuff that can be saved, that shouldn't go to the landfill. So we will be taking whatever we can. Even scrap metal, we can, recycle that. But that's like a perfectly good plant stand right there, so we are using that in our garden. And if you notice the glass, there is a lot of glass in here as well, so always be careful. If you're able to just grab it from the outside, then that's fine. Even if you need to use a grabber, or you can use like a hole with like a pick on the end. So there's like a lot of things that you can do, have a step stool, that helps too. Those buckets of slime were still sealed, but one of them was like spilled out a little bit, so Mr. Volt only took one. But I thought that was so cute. It looks like a little bucket of ice cream. Some little surprise eggs. Surprise! And thank you again, Valerie Knight, for sending our purple bag. So nothing in there, but we have found many, many like hair tools. Some little baby beanies. It's only missing one, the other two are perfectly fine. And some more little decorations. So it looks like there's a little crack or hole in it, but they can just be turned around and put on display like that, so they're still good. And it looks like those are broken, but Mr. Bolt can scrap the metal from that. And we do love taking those kind of like artificial plants. So we find a lot of the vases that are, just thrown out without the plants, so we put them together like that. That's so cute, that soap dispenser. And that one is just missing the little stem part, so that can be fixed. And also a full bottle of cologne. So it just needs a little spray nozzle thingy, and yeah, we can find one of those. There's a lot of little things in here, but that's good for donations. That's good for, like stocking stuffers. If you find a lot of little things like that, like the bubbles, you can put that in with, some kids' gifts. All of this stuff is cut up, so that's just, it's too bad that they're doing that a lot more now. But even if you wanted to use the fabric, you could save the fabric and use that for projects as well. So Sophie loves bubbles, and this is a bubble, like you push the button, like you're going to take a picture and it shoots out bubbles. So Sophie will be keeping that. She's already excited for it. They cut up the little baby shoes. I can't even speak. They cut up the little baby shoes. That's that can definitely be donated. It's just sad that a lot of these stores have to do that. They wouldn't really have to if they were able to donate all of this stuff better. I think like if there's stores like this that they have merchandise that they just constantly get rid of. There should be charities or organizations that they can have like on call, like if they want to have pickups and stuff like that. That would be great. They don't have to deal with all this stuff, and people can still benefit from this, because look at all these little puppy pee pads. Those right there can be donated to like a no-kill shelter. Because I'm sure they're always needing supplies like that, and yeah, even if it if it doesn't have the packaging, I'm sure they would still come by and pick it up directly from the store like that. At least they should. So maybe if the stores were able to kind of like coordinate that better, instead of just hiring people to destroy the items, because I know that the stores are pretty strict with that. We talked to many people that work in retail, and it's like one of their main parts of the job was just destroying items. So yeah, that's just sad that the stores go through that process instead of putting that effort into being able to donate it better. And the carrier, it looked like it was brand new. You see it has like the little thing for the tag right there, but I think the only thing was missing was like the strap that goes, like the long strap that goes over your shoulder. But we have so many of those, and it would still work without it too. Someone's watching Mr. Volt. And this kennel right here, I mean, it's a really big size. It's a size medium, but it is a pretty big size. So we are going to clean that. It just has like a little bit of stuff on it, but you know, it still works fine. Has the door right there. And as you can see, it's what, 125 for a similar model. And all you have to do, unscrew it and pop off the door, and it's good. And we love these shelves, so the store is always getting rid of this stuff. So I think we might go back with the trailer and see if we can pick some of these up. These are really pretty. It would be really nice with the garden. We can put like the plants that we find right there. So these jars, they were just thrown out in the box like that. But they're really pretty. They have like a decorative like flower on it. I love the lids, and you can write the date and a little memo on it. It's really cute. But they're still taped up, and as you can see, it's just maybe a couple that are broken. So that one's fine. So it's kind of like the bag of oranges that we're always talking about. Like when you find bags of fruits and 1 or 2 are going bad, they throw the whole bag away. So this one, the case, you know, maybe they dropped it or something and a couple of them broke, so they threw the whole thing out. But it was nice that they didn't just toss it in there and have all the glass all over. So that was really nice, and Mr. Volt will be taking it like that, so he does not dump it back in the dumpster. We can just throw that away in our trash can. But look, lots of these lights, and they work battery operated, so you can have them like out in your patio or, you know, little table area outside. They're really pretty. Lots of these power cords. And again, a lot of this little stuff can be donated. So that was opened up and it looked like it got a little wet, so that will stay there. Some rags, Mr. Volt can use those for the car. They're still good, so some like mechanic type rags. More of these lights. They're really pretty. I love all the colors. I love that you can just test it right there on the spot, so that's nice too. And those sell for $5 each. So not a bad deal. If you are thinking about dumpster diving, then yeah, trust me, you will be saving tons of money, like on stuff that you use already. I mean, there's so much stuff that we find that we really would never need to buy again. I mean, like dog food, we were constantly finding bags of dog food, soaps, just tons of household items. And then there's food. I mean, there's so much food thrown out that is still good. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't, because we have more videos lined up for you guys, and we have a really good one that should be coming out in a couple days, so stay tuned and keep an eye out for that. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little bell notification so that way our video pops up and we'll give you a notification or shows you when the new one's out, because sometimes videos come out and you don't get any notification for it, you don't know, and you miss our videos. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that, because we found some really good stuff. We've been going through things and just putting aside tons of stuff for donations, so yeah, that's something that's just really great about being able to dumpster dive, because you're able to donate so much more than you would have been. Like, we used to donate before, but since we started doing dumpster diving, we have been able to donate like on a massive scale, like so much more than we ever could before. So this not only helps our family and people that we know, but it helps out the community as well, because a lot of places that we donate to, like the local thrift stores, they are non-profit, and all the proceeds go directly to helping homeless and foster kids. So that's just something to think about. Like, we show you these videos not to brag about all this amazing stuff that we find. It's to show you guys what's out there, because if you're able to dumpster dive and go out there and donate, and of course keep some for yourself and your family, but there's so much that can be saved that shouldn't be thrown away. And we never really noticed like this amount until we started dumpster diving, and we see how much is constantly thrown out. Like, someone had made a comment before that we don't leave stuff for the divers, but there's stuff constantly thrown out, but that's not even an issue. Like, if you dumpster dive on a regular basis, you're gonna find stuff, because there's days where we don't find anything, and that's okay, because we keep going out there, and the next time we might find a dumpster full of stuff. So if you're gonna do this, you have to be doing this consistently, and then just have a place where you can donate all these items to. And as you keep going out there and doing these things, you can make a list, and you'll have an idea of where you can take this stuff. So we have blessing boxes, community centers, thrift stores, women's shelters, nursing homes, VA hospital. There's so many places that can use the stuff that we find. Oh, and those grapes that Mr. Volt just showed, they're so good. They didn't get squished or anything. I mean, it kind of looks like it's in a big bag, but they're really, really good. And there's days that we go out there from like morning to evening, come back and process everything, and then maybe do a donation at night, or sometimes we save it for the next day. Sometimes it's just a quick route, like if we don't have enough time, if we're busy and we can't go out there, we might just do a quick route, maybe even every other day. But there's days that we go all day, there's days that we go every day. Also be prepared to get caught, because a lady just came out right now and saw Mr. Volt. That's why he ducked down. But she was nice about it. I mean, she did call her manager, but yeah, she wasn't rude or anything. So that happens, from time to time. So just be prepared for that. If you're gonna go out there, you might get caught. And for the most part, the stores, they've been good, with us dumpster diving. Once in a while they'll tell us to leave, but they've never been rude about it or mean or anything like that. So you just need to have the same respect for the companies and for the people working too. So, and that's why we kind of we don't show too much, because we don't want to put employees out there and stuff like that. But I mean, we're showing you guys what we find. And that's the main part. The main part of these videos is we're showing you what's out there. A little bit of the drama here and there of being caught, but not just putting it out, to show these, employees or managers, because that's their job, and we don't want to mess with that. We're there to save stuff from the dumpsters, and that's the main part of this. And again, being able to dumpster dive is allowing us to donate the amount that we're able to donate. And we really want to say a big thank you to all of you guys, our subscribers, members, for joining our channel. We appreciate all of you so much. I mean, really, you guys watching is keeping us out there. And we want to give a big, big thank you. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all of that good stuff. And have a great day. Bye.